Welcome to We Really Love Island with Rem and M.
I'm Remy Casimir. I'm a stand-up comedian, and I host the sex podcast, How Come?
I'm Emily Wilson. I'm also a comedian and a former X Factor USA contestant.
We are obsessed with love, sex, and reality TV. So we're binging British reality show phenomenon,
Love Island. And now, so are you! Watch along with us and then listen to what we have to say about the episode.
This episode, we're talking about Season 1, Episode 21.
Hello.
Hello.
And welcome back.
Welcome back.
So We Really Love Island.
Yeah, we really love Ireland, and also we really love sweets. I was just inspired by Hulk's birthday cake to get myself a donut.
Yeah, you were.
Now
That was Australian.
Yeah, I know. I can't.
I know. It's not like I'm any better.
Yeah, it's Summer Heights High, though. Ever since
Yeah.
Summer Heights High, I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. So good.
So good. This episode was so good. This episode, I felt like a lot of shit went down.
Yeah, and it was long.
Also, no Callum Best.
No, I think that was really
Like he was.
I thought he was coming onto the island, but he was just like taking the boys.
He
out.
was just the vehicle to like get them out of the house and have this weird, overproduced night of kissing
Oh my God.
randoms.
I can't believe that's where the episode started.
Yeah.
And then we went all the way through both nights, both parties looking at what happened.
Yep.
And so much happened. in
Yeah,
this
so much
episode. My
happened.
God.
It starts with Callie saying she misses Lou. But even that felt planned because Lauren asked about it
Yeah.
when all the girls were like sitting on the bed, and she's like, so how do you feel about Lou like being out? Like, I know that even though you've been in the house only 3 days,
it's
that
been
expository writing could
Yeah.
not have been.
Oh no, that was definitely the producers feeding her the line of like, make sure you include the question in the beginning of the sentence, like when you do interviews and stuff.
Yeah. And also the fact that it has only been 3 days, but they want to establish like Callie and Lou solid.
Yeah.
Solid bond.
Right. They wanted to be like, by the way, guys, in case you forgot, they're dating.
Yeah. Also, they had like an establishment at the top of the Magaluf night where Callum was like, so who's in a relationship and who's not?
Yeah. Which was so weird because, first of all, they had them in a circle at this club where, like, in the background, people are just, like, partying so hard, but somehow there's room for them to all be in a circle and, like, discuss their relationship status.
Yeah.
Very well lit, perfectly audible. And then they all go around and, like, say to Callum, like, what their status is, because Callum is, like, king of the night.
King of the night. And it's a totally natural conversation.
Right. And it's just like, wait a minute. There is no way. You and I both know from like doing any sort of extra work or like
Yeah.
being on any sort of set where there's like music involved. Like
you would not get that clear of audio if there had actually been music in the background.
Exactly. Which means that these producers hired everybody to be in Magaluf or like,
at least told
them
everybody like this is going to be the
Love Island.
Yeah.
Yeah. And had them all agree to mime that they were dancing and remain silent, no music on, and just like pretend there's a giant party going on, even though all of that was put in post.
Yes. Also, I feel like all the girls there must have been vetted or something, like to come back to like they can't just have like it's not like Jersey. It seemed like a Jersey Shore night where it was just like going out and getting grenades and stuff. But I feel like Love Island's not like that because, like, I don't know. Like,
they had to tell a bunch of the girls who were there, like, hey, you might be coming back to the Love Island villa tonight.
And bring a bathing suit.
If anybody likes you, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I also thought they might be, like, coming to the house to stay.
I thought so, too. I thought, like, maybe whoever someone brought home is, like, now on the island.
Yeah.
But also...
Like, why wouldn't they have let Travis's girl stay? They
That's
kissed.
what I was wondering.
That was cute.
I know. I don't know.
I liked her.
But also, it's funny to me because I think the girls, before even getting there, were told, like, they were scouted and told, like, you could be on Love Island. And then, like, because they had their nights that they were in when they got home drunk in the morning. Mm-hmm. Then they had their bathing suits. Then when they left, they had entirely different outfits on.
Yeah.
So they must have had, like, a suitcase with them of
But do you think they
stuff.
were told... Do you think they were told, though, that, like, if you get with one of these guys, you might be able to stay, like, officially? Like, do you think they have, like, a whole suitcase packed? Like a moving to the island suitcase, because that's what
I thought that's what was going to happen.
No, but that's what made me think that maybe Travis's girl kissed him, because then she'd be like, oh, if I'm in like a couple, then I can like stay here.
Oh, that's shady.
I don't know,
think
though.
that she actually liked him.
Yeah, maybe she just liked him.
I don't know. I wish we knew, because I was so confused how these girls could be brought back to the villa. Then when they were in bathing suits and mic'd up, I was like, oh, are they here now?
Yeah. And what are the rules?
Because then the girl, Angel, who was Josh's girl, was like, well, I'm going to stay.
Yeah,
he was like, okay.
Yeah. And then I guess the producers were like, no, I don't know. What did they tell them?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
And it bothers me that I don't know.
Yeah, it bothers me too. All right. So I was surprised during that who's single conversation. Hulk was one of the first ones to be like, well, I'm not. Because we know him and Zoe are together, but like not that they like had an exclusivity conversation when it comes to like outside world, which I thought was cute.
Right. Yeah, they've been so subtle this whole time.
Yeah. And then John obviously taken. Lou taken after 3 days.
Well, because it was his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah. Yeah, or something. Yeah. How long did they date for? We don't know.
We don't know. But he did say that was like my perfect girl.
Yeah. And they only split up because of the distance. Not single, Max, Travis, Josh. What I thought was interesting too is the girls get the butlers and the buff, but all the guys are Hispanic, and they have that like language barrier. Like it was more like hiring like strippers for the girls and letting the guys meet new women they can talk to and like woo and bring back to the house.
Right. It was almost like,
it seemed like an uneven footing.
Yeah, because for the girls it was like, here's this silly night that means nothing, and like it's like a gag. And for the guys it's like, hey, if you like someone, like go for it. Bring it back.
Yeah, bring them back. Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Don't like them? All right, send them home the next day.
But I also feel like the girls, like it makes a little bit of sense because Naomi, like all the girls kind of are at a point now, it seems to me, in the show where they're like trying to settle down. Like they want to be coupled up. You know what I mean? Like the guys, you still have Travis who's looking to like have fun. You still have Max who's like not really anywhere. Josh was newly single.
Max keeps saying though that he wants something more serious, and that's why he's looking at Naomi and not Jess.
Yeah, which
really bothers me, and it's just because like clearly it's like she's a glamour model, so like maybe that's not for him, but like they're having the best time. Like,
yeah, I know. I feel like he would have. I don't know. I feel like he wasn't invested in Jess from the start, but there's a part of me that feels like if Naomi and Josh didn't break up, he would not even be questioning staying with Jess.
Right.
It's only because Naomi opened up.
And he's like, oh,
which I can't blame him for, because as much as I hate her, if that was me and like the first person I had my eyes on like became available, I'd be I want you.
I know. But the difference between Max and Naomi is that Max says to Josh, like after Josh is like, yeah, I'm going to hook up with girls or whatever, Max is like, all right, well, here's my thing. I do want to crack on with Naomi, but I don't want to step on your toes.
Yeah.
Outwardly says it. Not
beautifully
like
honest.
With Naomi being like, yeah, like last time, like, I don't know, like you got mad at me because I like wasn't so honest. So this time.
When she was talking to Jess.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I know. Max, you got to give him the honesty.
I give him props.
He's so honest, and I appreciate that.
And that body.
My God.
I just can't.
My God. I thought Josh had a great body. Max's body is
Max is like swimmers, like
man, not quite daddy, but not boy anymore.
I don't know.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so like, I just want to touch the whole thing.
I also would really love to touch Jordan's body.
Really?
I didn't used to be that way, but like after like seeing him and Zoe like together, I'm like, I would love for that to hold me.
Yeah, Zoe also got so fucked up at the girls' night.
She got wasted.
Makes
sense. She's like so skinny.
Yeah, but also I was like, oh, that's interesting that they'd let them get so drunk only on the nights that they're separated.
Yeah, a little manipulative.
Yeah. Well, because they want to show all of the worst stuff.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Hannah showed her tits.
Yeah, she got her tits out.
Which made her look like a tit to John.
I feel like a fucking tit. No, my favorite thing is first when she's screaming during the party. And she was just like, ah.
She's just
like, I'm having the best
the
time.
subtitles were literally indecipherable. Like in parentheses, because she was like, bah.
John, when they come in at dawn,
he's like, Hannah, I don't care if they're sleeping. I want Hannah.
Yeah, no, but he's like, I tried to text you all night.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know, these phones don't work off campus, John.
Yeah.
And then
off campus.
John tells Hannah about his phone and the girls that everybody hooked up with and that they brought people back. And then fucking Josh gets into bed with Naomi.
I was very surprised by that. In the moment, I was very shocked.
I know. But also, then she's like saying in her confessional, she's like, I was like trying not to kiss him and like, no. But she's like letting him in the first place and like cuddling him. Like, don't let him in.
Yeah.
You fucking weirdo. I hate her.
I really don't. She gives mixed signals to everybody. It's so snaky.
Yeah.
It makes me love Jess so much.
I know, because she called her out day one.
Yep.
I also love Hannah goes, use a tit for bringing girls back. And then John's like, I didn't bring anybody back. She's like, I said use, not use.
Yeah. Oh, she's so funny.
Use, not use.
Yeah.
And then I liked how everyone was mad at Josh for mugging the girl, Angel, off.
Very decent men on this show.
Yeah.
Because they're like, you can't just do that.
You can't just bring someone home.
Josh was like, I hate Travis. He's such a prick. And it's like, for being a good
out?
guy, yeah. Sorry he thinks you shouldn't bring a girl home and then go get in bed with somebody else.
Yeah.
If I was that girl, I would have been so, like, embarrassed.
Well, that's the thing is, like, she wasn't embarrassed, and she was just like, I'm going to stay. And I was like, well, now you should be embarrassed.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, because I was like...
you're allowed to stay.
Yeah. She was pretty, though.
Mm-hmm.
She was really cute. I also... Max hooked up with somebody.
Yeah.
In Magaluf. Yep. Let's not forget that.
We will not.
I don't blame him for it. Like, they were like kissing on the dance floor. He didn't bring anybody home.
And he didn't know what he was going to come back to. Like, Jess doesn't blame him.
No, yeah.
Because he doesn't know, like, where he's going to be with Naomi. Like,
yeah.
She's fucking weird.
Yeah. But the fact that he, like, even after all that and, like, still... Like, if I were Max and I saw how Naomi was still acting toward Josh, especially after what she said to me about him, I'd be like, well, fuck you. I don't trust you.
Yeah.
She's so dishonest and, like, flaky.
It's so annoying because she's just so... Like, you literally said it out loud. You're like, she's just so good looking. Like, she is.
I know.
She's just so good looking.
She's
and it,
really
like,
pretty.
It really, like, shows the power of, like...
Good looks.
Yeah. Attractiveness and, like, a symmetrical fucking... She's not charming.
She is charming. You could see the way she talks to guys. She's like...
She says fun. She's like, I think you're funny. Like,
no, but also,
seemed
like,
fun. Yeah.
The way she holds herself is, like, super, like, teasy.
Yeah.
Which is hot for guys.
I know, and I also was thinking about it, like, I think the scratching maybe makes her more attractive because she's constantly calling attention to, like her skinny
body.
arms and her body and her chest and her, like, you know, like, like, then I was, like, looking at Zoe and, like, another... like cut, it was like a jump cut to her and she's like sitting in bed and I'm like, well, her arms are just as thin, but I'm never looking at them because she's not
not drawing attention
scraping
to
them off all the time.
Yeah. But also like that, like what you were saying, Naomi's attractiveness, like the more this show goes on, the more I see how curated it actually is. Like, she knows exactly what she's doing. In the beginning, when I first met her, I was like, oh, she seems like a smart, like, nice, timid, a little more reserved kind of girl. But it's like all of her actions are extremely calculated.
Yeah, well, she even says to Josh, she's like, oh, like, I was thinking about getting back together with you. After she's told Max... she doesn't want to.
Well, no, she word for word, right after her conversation with Max, she goes right over to Josh and goes, well, I obviously still like you.
But you hooked up with a girl in Magaluf, and now, like, that's why I can't, like, get that out of my head. But then she says in her confessional, she's like, yeah, like, now I can't be blamed for anything because he did that. Like, she just didn't want to be, she just wanted to, like, slink off the blame, but also, like, be able to hook up with Max. But then, when Josh is in bed with her again, he's like, well, Max also hooked up with someone in Magaluf. And she's like, oh, fuck, I don't have a leg to stand on.
Right.
Like, it's all about how she appears. Mm-hmm. It not, like, if she was just fucking honest and was like, I like Max, I want to go with Max.
Yeah.
It would be way more respectable than, well, it's because you hooked up with a girl and... Yeah. No, you broke up with him days ago. You decided this days ago.
Yeah. They're not even together
They're
anymore.
not even together. And she's
Bobby and Ken broke up.
Yeah, they broke up. And then she's just being like, no, it was all you.
And you know what? All of this dishonesty and like weird snakiness of hers is even more highlighted by how honest Max is.
Exactly.
It just makes her look worse.
Yeah, she looks like a fucking tit.
I really fucking hate her.
I hate her.
God, she'd be one of those girls in high school who I'd just be like, you are the reason women hate themselves.
Yeah.
You're so horrible.
Yeah.
But yet everybody wants you. Like,
yeah.
how?
And everybody wants to be because she's just so attractive.
I know. That is really it, isn't it?
It's the only, like, if you, like, punched her in the face, I don't know if punching her in the face, but some kind of surgery, removed her nose, something where she wasn't cute anymore, nobody would talk to that person.
Yeah, you're right.
She sucks.
It's because she's gorgeous.
Yeah. Like, and she's classy, too. Like, her bathing suits are all monochromatic, and like she always has her hair in like a nice fishtail braid. And like not too much makeup.
Red bathing suit a lot, and you know why? Because she looks like a classy woman. Tan skin, red bathing suit, blonde hair, blue eyes.
Yep,
class.
Oh, also, remember that weird conversation with Max, where like the one where she's telling him that she likes him and not Josh, and she's like, "So what's your type of girl?" Yeah, their second conversation, and then she's like, "Oh, we've already had this talk. You know, blonde hair, blue eyes, like me."
Oh my God. Yeah.
Like, that's really not even a real conversation.
Of her. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a real conversation. Well, yeah, because when she said that, I was like, ugh. Like, really? That's how you want to get to know this guy?
Yeah, I want to get to know you by you just complimenting me. Oh, wait, I remember you already did this.
Yeah. God, she sucks.
Max also, when Josh, I guess, leaves the room or whatever, he sits up in bed and he's like, I didn't hook up with, or not I didn't bring anybody back because I wanted to be with you. And I told Josh that.
Her, yeah.
And he's like, the only reason Josh is putting it on now is because I said that I wanted to be with you.
Yeah.
Or whatever. In front of Hannah, too.
Yeah. And I think other people were in the room, too.
Yeah.
And then Naomi, this pissed me off so much. After he said that, she was like, dun dun dun, the plot thickens, and she's like scratching her arm off and like smiling.
Yeah, like
she's
just
so thrilled.
Be an honest person. How do you feel?
Yeah,
like I don't feel. I just scratched.
Yeah, I only feel my scratches.
I love when Hannah tells on Max to Jess, just because she's being such a good friend, and also she looks like a rainbow. Mm-hmm. She doesn't just make John feel like a rainbow. She actually looks like a rainbow in her rainbow bathing suit. And then when Max tells Jess, he's like, "Oh, I didn't want you to like figure it out that way or like hear it that way."
Yeah.
He's like, "I obviously have to like talk about it now." He's like, "But I just see more of a future with Naomi." And Jess goes, "But why?" And he can't answer the question. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not just that, like, you look like it's just because she's pretty. That's literally it.
Yeah. Well,
and maybe the glamour model thing too.
And we know that Naomi works in marketing, and like she's pursuing more of a
serious person on paper.
Yeah, and it seems like when Max came in, Max and her do both seem to be on the same page in terms of like where their lives are going, professionally.
Yeah.
Which I understand, but you're right. It's still not nice to be like, Jess, you're more of like fucking material.
But that's Naomi literally kind of what that's what he said.
Saying, yeah.
He's like it's been fun to like fuck around with Jess, but like if I'm thinking long term, like, well,
and it's like Jess has feelings. Jess
is a
here
person.
To just, like,
she's not someone. Yeah, like
her personality is flirty, yes, and like everybody.
But she's said several times, like, "I like you. Like, please don't take him. It'll hurt me." Like, and everyone's just ignoring the fact that she has feelings.
I know.
It's just Naomi's too fucking pretty. Nobody would ever stand for it
if she looked
ever.
like Lauren.
Sometimes I think like when I'm having like fights with my boyfriend, like I'll be like, if he was ugly, like would I stand for this right now?
Really?
Yeah. I'm like, no, I wouldn't. And I'm like, I have to lay down the law for sure.
Interesting. I never thought about that.
Well, people are nicer to attractive people. They're just, it's like a human nature.
I know, isn't
unfortunate
that so sad?
thing. Yeah. Because like literally time and time again, Naomi's been proven to be a terrible human being.
And yet we're okay with it.
Yeah. No, I still want to watch her and Max fuck and get together.
Oh, yeah.
100%. I'm like, okay.
I'm like waiting for it to happen.
I'm like, if you get together, like, that's cool.
She's
like,
really, really good for this show.
Yeah. Because
she knows it.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, I don't want to come off like a bitch.
Yeah, and I'm just like going to flip flap back and forth, so like you never know what's
and like look at it, they're spending every episode on her.
We've talked about her way too much.
I know. We like forgot about we've never even talked about Callie. We haven't talked about Lauren in a while.
I know.
God.
Yeah. I also just back to them again though. I liked how when Naomi and Max were talking about how insane the situation was. Like that, he's like, my ex walks into the room and then your ex walks into the room. And like,
absolutely.
Like that awareness is good.
Well, Max keeps bringing a lot of, every time something happens and it's like high intensity, Max is like, I can't believe I have to fucking deal with this on this island.
Yeah. He's like,
this is crazy.
Yeah. And it really is. And it makes you like appreciate, oh my God, these people are actually going kind of through a lot.
Yeah.
But they would be going through less if they were just honest about it. They could have, Max and Naomi could have gone out on a date 2 episodes ago and just squashed it. And
well, that's
I know
why
that because I've seen future seasons now.
Yes.
And like people, when they're interested, they're just more like, maybe she's just not acclimated to this. I just don't think she's a good person. I don't know.
But also, you're absolutely right, because look at Zoe and Hulk.
Yeah.
They're like having a fully honest relationship, and they're like not making huge drama about it, and that's why we haven't seen much of it.
Yeah.
Because it's healthy.
Yeah.
God forbid they show us a healthy relationship.
Yeah. I just can't stand how she literally gets into that day bed with Max, and she's like, with Josh, and she's like, I still like you, but you know, you have to repent now because of what you did.
And she's like, I should be with Max.
But then touches his hair.
I know.
Right after she's like, make it up to me, and then she like smooths his little hair, and it's like, you just want to drive people like, it's not just girls. You're the kind of person that makes guys hate women and women hate women. Like, hate her.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You're just dicking people around.
Yeah. And Ian, the host, even says it too.
Does he say that?
He like comments on it the whole time. He's like, now she's got another guy to mess with.
Yeah.
Something like that.
She's just like playing with her food.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, then we get to play What Happens Next, the game.
Which is another example of the producers just purely throwing shit in everybody. It was just like the game of who said it.
Who said it? Yeah, but this is like,
these games aren't games now. It's literally just like, hey, check out all this shit.
Can we get you guys? Yeah. I think the only thing that came out of that I was interested in was the tits, because the John and Hannah fight.
Yeah, but we knew they'd make up.
Yeah, and I love when he's like all pissed and he stubs his toe. Like he just keeps getting more and more rattled, and he keeps expressing too. He's like, I was already in a bad mood, and now I'm in a worse mood, and now I just stubbed my toe, and I just can't deal. And Hannah says my favorite line of the season.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha! Suck my dick.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha! Oh my God! I don't know why. Oh, he gets mad. I just guess because she is just having girl talk. No, he's mad at the tits too.
He's mad at the tits, which I understand, but then I also think he realized after he was like, it was one of those things when you start a fight with somebody and a minute in you realize you're wrong, but you have to keep going.
Yeah.
I think he realized a minute in like, oh, she flashed the girls.
Yeah.
And the producers made it look like that guy was looking, but really she wasn't like trying to show her tits to guys.
Yeah.
And I think he realized that.
Yeah,
and
no,
then calmed
that's
down.
why the game is how rattled can we get you in the moment.
Right.
Because then eventually it's going to come down and you're going to see what actually happened, and it's like, fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, also she's a Playboy bunny though. Like her tits are everywhere.
Yeah, but also like the way she handled it, I think also made it clear to him of like, I didn't do anything wrong. Like I wasn't flashing my tits in guys' faces, because if that's what she was doing, he would
it's
totally have a right to be mad.
Yeah.
But
I wasn't like, ooh, look at this and fuck me.
Yeah, so that's why I think she was, because I think she would have been a little bit more like, ooh, I didn't want him to see that. But she was like, what? I showed my tits to my friends.
Yeah.
You know, because the fact that she stayed by her point so strong made me go like, oh yeah.
100%. Yeah. then they make up and they're so cute. And he's like, I'm John. And she's like, I'm Hannah. And It's just so cute. It's the nicest way to end an argument. Like, just go reintroduce yourself.
Yeah, and he's like, I overreacted. And I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Yeah, so cute. Then we have Hulk's birthday.
Yes.
Wonderful. Silent disco looks so fun, but Naomi is a loser. I don't know if you caught her dancing.
I did.
She's just
she's
such
like
a fucking loser.
Yeah. Also made me want to do silent disco.
I love a silent disco. Yeah. I actually just saw a wedding on Instagram this weekend where they had a silent disco for part of it.
Yeah.
And it's like everybody in like formal wear and like those headphones. Looks so fun.
It looks like a blast.
Yeah. Then Naomi apparently pies Josh by saying this immortal line, I'm 50-50 leaning towards you. What?
I know.
50-50 means you're not leaning either way. It means if there was a tennis ball on the top of a net, it wouldn't drop on one side or the other. You're not 50-50. You can't say that. Like, she's just a fucking liar. Like,
and then she goes in again to talk to Max.
Yeah.
And she's in the bed. She literally flips back and forth the entire night.
Yeah, but she also says it to Josh, too, in that she's like, I was leaning towards you 50-50. But then you made out with the girl in Magaluf. Mm-hmm. So I've revoked the blame off myself and the end. And
now it's your fault.
Kill yourself.
Yeah.
Hate her. Loved seeing John. Was the only one who committed to full green.
Mm-hmm. Metallic too.
Metallic.
And Hannah had lights in her nipples.
Yeah, and a little kitty cat face.
Yeah.
But also, I loved seeing a Hulk with man tits. Like John has like the doughiest, smushiest body.
Yeah.
Not all our Hulk. Our Hulk was still.
Yeah.
He just wasn't painted perfectly. I wish they painted him perfectly.
I know.
What the fuck? Josh is in bed with Naomi again.
That was after the conversation where she had quote unquote pied him off, right?
Yeah. And then he's like, Max made out too. And that's when she realizes, she's like, oh fuck, I don't have a leg to stand on.
Yeah, but he didn't bring anybody home.
I know.
Oh, she's so fucking... And then he's like, I just want to cuddle you. And then she just lays there. It's like,
she's like, okay.
Like, what a fucking...
Loser.
I hate her.
Loser.
Also, I was confused by John and Josh's conversation because...
Which one?
Outside, when they were both in green, sitting outside.
Yeah.
At night. And
he was consoling him.
Josh was like, I really like her. And John was like, I know you do. And then he was like... But then he was like, yeah, you just got to move on. I know you like her. You got to move on. Or like something like, I thought he was going to encourage him to like be with Naomi, but then he was basically just like.
I mean, I think he has his best interest in mind by saying,
totally.
Move on. Like, I know you like her. She's unhealthy. Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
She's poison.
She is poison. And I don't think a lot of them realize it so much because they don't see what we see.
They've been telling, it's just because she's so good looking.
Yeah.
Seriously, they've told them everything they can. They've done the tweets. They've done she said shit about you. They've done like
what happened.
No, she wasn't. What happened?
Yeah.
Good job, Naomi.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. Like people know. Anyway, Hideaway. Mm-hmm. Zoe and Hulk.
Mm-hmm. And that I was nervous when the What Happens Next came on with her because I love Hulk and Zoe and I got scared. Mm-hmm. But I was very happy that he basically said to her, he was like, okay, it was just a kiss on the cheek. And then he was like, I was nervous about how much I cared. And then she was so mature about it and said to him, like, to be fair, if it was you and a girl, I would have felt the exact same way.
Yeah. No, I think, like, we saw his stomach drop. Like, there was, like, a roller coaster
his face
stomach
looked,
drop.
Twisted.
He was like, oh, no.
Yeah.
And then, but that's, I think, part of those games, too, is to make them realize how much they care, and then they invest more. And they invested their penises into each other's vaginas.
Yes, they did. And I guess they officially became a couple.
Yeah, at some point.
At that hot tub talk, probably, when she said, like, he was like, I really cared. And she was like, no, I would have cared too.
Yeah.
I bet it was then.
Yeah.
They did it.
Yeah.
And then they fucked.
But they don't make a big thing of it. Like, everyone's like, oh, wait, you guys are a couple? And they're like, yeah. Yeah, she said it at his birthday. She's like, yeah, earlier today, when we became a couple.
Yeah. And I was like, what? What? Yeah.
I loved when she's like, I'm just going to take my shirt off.
Yeah.
Feel a little bit sexier.
Yeah.
Get naked. And he was like, oh, okay. oh, okay, church girl.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
And then they banged.
And it's a little uncomfortable that the whole thing was on camera.
I know. And then we heard her moans.
Yeah.
And then she was like, what a magical birthday. I feel like my vagina's been hit by a train.
Oh, I feel like my vagina's been hit by a train.
What a great way of saying Hulk has a huge Hulk dick.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Happy for them.
Very happy for them. I love them together.
I know. I love them too. So we have some vocab in this one.
Mm-hmm.
Naomi says losing the plot like twice.
Yeah. I should I Google it?
Yeah.
Losing the plot, British Urban Dictionary. Lose the plot. To stop acting rationally. The day of her wedding, I thought Amy was going to lose the plot.
Okay. Yeah, she said that right before the guys went out. She was like, they're going to lose the plot. And then she was like, we lost the plot. Or something like that. Wound up, I think we've already covered. It's just getting somebody like bothered. Snog, kissing.
Yes. And necking.
And necking, yeah. You've clearly got a cob on.
Cob on. Let's Google it.
Yeah.
Cob, British Urban Dictionary. Penis.
But I think
a boner?
But I think it means because I think it was Hannah saying it. Like I think like you're clearly bothered.
Oh, so you've got like, well, I think it's like, when someone gets annoyed, or I say this sometimes when someone's like getting like being a narc, I'm like, lose your boner, relax.
Oh, I've never heard that, but yeah, sure.
I say like lose the boner.
Lose your boner.
Like, yeah. So I guess it's probably the same kind of thing.
And then Hannah kept saying scruffs. Go hook up with a bunch of scruffs in Magaluf.
Oh yeah, just like
gross bitches, I guess.
There was one point when Naomi said, I'm a very confused bear. Like towards the end, she's like, I'm just a confused bear.
You're not a bear. You're bitch. It's pronounced bitch.
You said bitch wrong.
Okay, cool.
So should we go watch 22?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, goodbye.
Bye.
Hey guys, I know We Really Love Island, but do you? If you really love We Really Love Island, let us know.
Leave a rating, a review, and tell everyone you know to subscribe too.
You can find us everywhere that podcasts are found. iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, Google Play, all of them. Hopefully. If they don't work, message us. You can find us on Instagram at We Really Love Island. Follow us individually at The Real Emily Wilson.
And at Remy Cassaway. You could also like us on Facebook, facebook.com/We Really Love Island.
Follow us on Twitter at We Really Love Island.
Send us your thoughts, your prayers, and if you know any of the contestants,
send them our way.
Yes.
Perfect.
Amazing.
And always remember that we're not affiliated with Love Island, ITV, CBS, or anything. We're not official anything. We're just two comedian girls. Thank you. Goodbye.